Rich Durrani with TMC. Thanks for watching. We're at ITEXPO 2014 in sunny Las Vegas. On our show is Victor Abelayres. He is with Windriver. And Victor, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Our pleasure. So I figure it's worth starting off at the fact that your parent company is Intel. There was an acquisition some time back. I was just hoping you could talk a little bit about how that played out and how things are going there.
Sure, absolutely. Yes, Windriver is has a rich history in the embedded space. For more than 30 years, they've been in embedded leadership, and as you probably know, our software is at the heart of nearly 2 billion deployed devices out there.
Staggering.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal number. So it really, is a rich backbone for things like IoT. About 5 years ago, we were acquired by Intel Corporation, which has been great because it really facilitated the collaboration between Intel, Windriver, and McAfee in order to deploy secure and integrated solutions that are really scalable across various industries.
And that is really important, the fact that you've got McAfee in the family and you've got Intel, so you've got an ecosystem. As we're seeing there are more and more vulnerabilities with M2M devices, IoT devices, and one of the goals is, like you said, to securely roll these solutions out to market, right?
That's right. I mean, we're talking about legacy systems that were really never intended to connect beyond those networks. So when you think of security, you have to think about not only securing the device, but also securing the data cycle from device to cloud and back. So being part of the Intel family really allows us to create and deploy integrated solutions that really address those challenges.
It's interesting. I think of it as some of the vulnerabilities that we've heard about are, from a consumer standpoint, maybe a baby monitor that's hackable, where somebody can see everything going on in the house and hear everything going on. And I guess from an industrial side, if another company could get access to all of your sensors and your sensor network and figure out what's going on, that obviously would be very bad. So
right, yeah, they could definitely wreak havoc with our grid infrastructure. Things that we definitely don't want to see happen. So, securing devices and securing these systems that are for critical infrastructure are really top of mind for our customers.
Excellent. So I was hoping maybe we could talk a little bit about just the potential in the IoT space. It just seems to be limitless opportunity. Is that what you see?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, IoT really has the potential for drastically transforming business models, and companies are looking for end-to-end solutions that are going to go beyond the device and follow that data cycle from device to cloud and back. And with that comes the connection of, who knows what the most recent number is, but tens of billions of devices. With that comes a lot of volume of data. Behind that data is where the potential is. That's where the business transformation potential is. Unlocking that value will allow our customers to create new revenue streams, and even optimize their current operations. So,
great. So tremendous opportunity. Yeah. Are there any other trends you're seeing in the market? Any other things we should know?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of challenges associated to it. Windriver, we see IoT in kind of 3 steps. You want to connect device, manage them, and then you get to analyze the data that you collect and then make decisions, but all with a business challenge that you're trying to address in mind. With that comes a lot of challenges. I mean, you're going to see security, we talked about that. Interoperability is another big challenge that we're seeing.
So security, interop, okay.
Manageability.
Manageability.
The big data paradigm. And then affordability. We got to keep in mind that if it's not affordable, people are not going to deploy IoT solutions. And if they don't deploy IoT solutions, you don't get that critical mass and adoption rates fall. So it's really important to keep affordability in mind.
It makes a lot of sense. So I think the industry is going to be kind of at a phase where there's low-hanging fruit, where there are, I guess, high-value applications where cost is not as important, and hopefully as time goes on, just the mass scale of these products and Moore's Law continuing will drop the price and make it more affordable for applications that are not as high value, and then eventually we'll just see everything connected.
Absolutely. I mean, the real opportunity right now is in the brownfield space because there's so much legacy product out there that you're going to have to figure out a way to connect to these legacy devices because just ripping out the infrastructure and replacing it is just not affordable. It's not feasible. And Wind River tries to address that along with the Intel family that you mentioned before, McAfee and Intel, with our gateway solution that is a secure and integrated gateway, allowing to overcome some of the hurdles like interoperability and dealing with legacy protocols, a lot of which are proprietary. So it helps our customers with that upfront plumbing that really is a large investment from a development standpoint, and that does drop the cost of adoption in the IoT space, which will help that ramp up curve.
It's very exciting. So
Yeah,
going forward, what can we expect from the industry, from your company? What should we be looking for?
I mean, I think there's going to be a lot of more consortium work out there from the industry. It's going to require more than one player in order to drive standards and protocols and platforms in order to make this thing really work.
Right.
Partnerships from an ecosystem standpoint, we are going to have to continue to make that build versus buy versus partner decision in order to build out the ecosystem. And then you have the supply chain that also becomes an integral piece in this whole thing. From Wind River, I think you're going to see a lot of solutions. Most recently, we introduced some profiles for VxWorks 7, including industrial profile and security profile, that are going to alleviate some of the challenges when you're looking at development from a plumbing standpoint. So you have more of an out-of-the-box feel that is going to address some of the challenges that we discussed in IoT.
Very exciting. Well, thanks for being on the program today. This was great.
Thank you for having me.